Welcome everyone back to another episode of Q&A with Sharon's son George. I was my mother's caregiver after she was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. Unfortunately, she passed on 1/1/2020, and we started Together for Sharon.com in her memory. Today's guest is someone I consider a friend. We really talk a lot more than he probably wants to. He knows that everything he does, I just admire, inspired by, and want to fight literally right by his side. And just want to welcome you, Ryan, to the show. It's honestly a real honor and pleasure to have you here.
Yeah, I appreciate all you do, and appreciate all the support, and appreciate what you do for people with Parkinson's and being an advocate.
Thank you, and I couldn't do it without your support. I love what you do. It's very unique. There's a lot of sports. I didn't realize when my mother was battling that sports such as boxing could actually slower the progression of the disease. We didn't even know. That's why I do the show, just to get the word out that there's so many things, although we don't have a cure, which I think will come one day. There are so many other things that we can do right now to kind of, put a little smile on the face of so many, also get them to sweat a little. So maybe you could tell us a little bit about how you got involved and a little bit about the organization. And then after you're done, I'm going to share it. But the big thing, everyone, that Ryan's really here for, not just to support us and all he does, but there's a big time fight coming, not a street fight, a boxing match to promote and help Parkinson. So I'm going to let him take it away. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, we got a fight night coming up in Miami, and we put regular people in the ring, people, lawyers, doctors, occupational therapists, real estate brokers. We get them trained up, and they get in the ring for our warriors, the people battling Parkinson's. And a little bit about myself, how I got involved with this is um, my uncle, has had Parkinson's, 35, 40 years now. He's been battling. He's a trainer, world class boxing trainer, Freddie Roach, and I kind of seen what he did on a day to day, how he's able to kind of keep his symptoms at bay, just through the sport of boxing. So I kind of took that, and um, we kind of implemented it with the regular people and give them people fighting Parkinson's, and we actually help some people fighting MS as well. And we pay for their training at local boxing gyms, and it's helped tremendously with some of our warriors, we call them. Reducing the symptoms from 30 to 40% and letting them live a more normal life, and letting them be moms and dads again and grandparents. And the whole key is to maybe give them another 10 or 20 years, as being a caregiver. Hopefully we can keep them longer in their home, and out of the nursing homes and stuff like that. If we can prolong that thing, and keep them a little more healthier and active, that's the key for us.
I appreciate it. And where are you calling in from? I know, but let's tell everybody.
From Boston, Massachusetts, if you can't tell by the accent.
I love it. I'm a Brooklyn guy, so it's Brooklyn, and I've been to Boston. I was in Fenway Park, so I appreciate it. I'm gonna just share a little bit more. And the big excitement here is I am hoping to join Ryan live at the actual Miami event. Just have to make sure I get tickets because it takes, for some reason, I'm only an hour away. It takes like 2 or 3 hours just to drive. I love Miami, but my God,
Yeah,
we won't be going to any more Heat games. I went to one Heat. That was a night. So
you gotta,
anyway.
you gotta stay the night with us.
Yeah, you know how that's another talk. We work so much, but I'm really excited. I've never really been to a real fight. I think when I was a child, I did at the in Atlantic City, a few wrestling big events with Hulk Hogan and also boxing. But Evander Holyfield, I was honored just a few weeks ago to speak to Muhammad Ali's daughter, and in the past, May also. So two of his daughters I got to interview,
Yeah.
Rashid Ali, and they're fighting and his name. So it's really amazing how it affects so many in the boxing world too. But I want to thank you again for the interview we did. So everybody, if you have a minute, go to togetherforsharon.com, click interviews, and you can look up Ryan, how to contact him, a lot about the history of Punch for Parkinson's, and so much more that we wish we had the time for. But now what I really want to focus on is your work. Again, this beautiful guy you might recognize. And this is, I love the website, not just because you're my friend, but I love the Facebook groups. I recommend everyone follow Ryan and Punch for Parkinson. Some of the award-winning things you do, and it's incredible how I think a lot of what you do looks like a movie. You know, it just comes to life. The quality is incredible. Take it away.
No, yeah, obviously, like I said before, we truly appreciate the support. We wouldn't be able to do what we do without you guys and your support. So truly appreciate it. But yeah, really, when I first started this, someone asked me to be kind of, you got Michael J. Fox, he does a great job, great amount of research and stuff like that. But there's really, someone asked me to be kind of the voice of Parkinson's, and I'm not really. I'm kind of more of a humble behind the scenes guy. But I said, yeah, I'll do what I can. And, that person's no longer with us. So that kind of stuck with me. And that's why I kind of try to get out there. I don't like public speaking. I've got a lot better at it recently, just from being, under pressure and in the spotlight a little bit with this organization. But it's all good stuff. And like, we just try to give people, we kind of call it free medicine. And, the prescription drugs and all that stuff to help them steady them out is great. But, if we can get them in the gym, get them active, it's a group, it's a community. It really helps them out a lot. And, we love doing it. The trainers are great. And the real reason I came to Miami is one of my lawyers is down there that does all my trademarking stuff. And I met him and he seen one of the fight nights. He's like, you should bring it to Miami. And we are like, yeah, let's do it as long as I have you in my corner and people like you. So it's good having a network down there. So, it's been really good. But the real reason we opened is because once we opened this new website, we have the Warrior application. We started getting, we have over 450 people on our wait list right now. And it's just the amount of people that apply daily to get in our program, because there's no program like us that pays for the training 100% funded by us. And boxing is an expensive sport, so it's free for them. Most of these people in retirement age, it's great for them. So the real reason is because we had 50 or 60 people, snowbirds or what may be it, down in the southern Florida area and in central Florida, wanted to join our program. So I was like, we got to get down there, get some more awareness, and get out there and help these people. So I feel bad saying no. I was just taking everyone as we first started our organization. I was taking everyone in. And then I was like, wait, how, got to get the funding for this. And then that's when I started getting out there on Facebook, doing the giveaways and stuff like that. And our best years were during COVID, raising money, but donations have been down recently. But I just think that's, everyone's a little more tighter with their money, with the economy and stuff like that. So
Well, everyone,
that's why
listen. Yeah,
we try to do more events, and hopefully we can raise more money and help more people out. That's where really what, these people trained for the last 6 months and really willing to get in there and literally take a punch for our Warriors. So it's great. And they're usually a great night of action-packed fights.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. And everyone go again to punch the number 4, Parkinson.org, support Ryan and Punch for Parkinson. Thing I love about boxing is I used to do kickboxing and other boxing from growing up in Brooklyn, being in law enforcement. Unfortunately, everyone knows due to my back issues, even now I'm wearing a brace, which is not the best. But I just wanted to say how I love boxing for Parkinson because you can be any age, sometimes people kind of get shy or intimidated and worried. I don't want to get in my beautiful face punched.
Yeah.
So this is it's for everybody, and you're, the expert, but you don't have to. And actually, I don't know if you have virtual too, but it's just beautiful. There's really, I think, no excuse not to get involved, not to donate, and not to help you all out, because something now that can probably be done from home, even shadow boxing, but coming out. And I wanted everyone to also, this is the most important thing here, is fight night. So Ryan and I are trying to also promote. If you follow me, you'll see it posted everywhere. It's at the Hilton Blue Lagoon, Miami, October 12th. So we're going to definitely make an appearance. I don't know how long I'll last, because again, it's hard to sit too long, but I think it's going to be really exciting. You can also make donations if you go to punchforparkinson.org and events, and you'll see Fight Night Miami, but even down to the picture I love.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. We had to go Miami style. We got a little surprise for the
Beautiful.
people that come to the fight now, we get a little Miami surprise. So
No, I love it.
Miami Vice.
Yeah. Well, when LeBron was here, I had the Miami Vice LeBron sneakers. So
Yeah,
this is better than that.
yeah, it is. It's for charity. So
Yeah.
it's a great event. This is our eighth boxing charity event since we started, and of course, we started, and then we had COVID hit, and then we waited probably 2 years and got another three under our belt in Boston, and then that's when we really started getting the people from down in Florida and started getting the excitement around that one. So, and it's been probably 2 years playing down there, so we're really excited to get to Southern Florida. The weather, the weather, the people, and just kind of bring our awareness down there and help people out. Actually, last week someone from U of Miami reached out, so hopefully we can get them involved. They do a lot of the DBS surgeries down there,
Mhm.
so it's working. Hopefully we can get more awareness and keep helping. You helping us spread it. So
Yeah, and you'd think that South Florida, it's like one of the biggest populations, although sometimes we can't vote in elections properly. But for these
yeah,
types of things, I'm shocked that we don't have a lot more. So hopefully, this is so amazing that it continues yearly. But even Palm Beach too is a huge, mecca of some of the most influential people in the world, but there's not really much for Parkinson. So that's why we do this.
yeah.
I want everyone out there, come visit me and Ryan, and it's going to just be a great night, a lot of fun. I'm not going to get punched, I hope, so that'll be important. I don't even know if I can fight back anymore.
We'll put you ringside so you get
I
might get
appreciate
some of the sweat from the
it.
fighters.
That would be awesome. Thanks. But I do want to also concentrate on how important your whole organization is. So this might actually air. I mean, I'll probably put this up immediately just so everyone's aware. But when we put all the beautiful colors and lights on, it'll be a few months. So I want to also express how important is everyone listening to support Ryan, even beyond just, that fight, because there's going to be more in the future. But all the things he's doing, the winner's circle, I mean, I love it. Everything. I'm a follower, and he also has Instagram and several other areas you can also join along, celebrities and things. We got it. Mike Tyson, lives in Boca Raton, I believe. You should get him to come out.
No, no, I would
Yeah.
love to.
At the Hard Rock too. The Hard Rock is in Hollywood. They have a lot of big time events, Ultimate Fighting there and things.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah. We're hoping we can bring out some stars.
yeah, no, that would be amazing. I'm only the Together for Sharon Parkinson's community stuff, not the one that we
Great
really.
point too. We'll
Yeah,
roll out the red carpet for you.
yeah, no, I appreciate it. Well, I'm gonna leave this in the background for a minute, but I want to kind of shift a little as we don't have as much time as I would have loved. I want to ask a few questions about, you, if that's okay with you.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
the first one, can you list 3 words that describe who you are?
I think humble, respectful, and you know, at the end, a philanthropist. At the end of the day, that's kind of what I want to be known for.
No, those are amazing. I think you're accomplishing it beyond what you even your dreams. And I'm gonna keep fighting by your side, like I always tell you.
Yeah,
Sure. This might be in Miami because you get to meet me. Just kidding.
yeah, yeah.
What, what
I
is
think seeing the people with the Parkinson's
yeah,
actually humbled me a lot more. I
yeah.
think seeing them and seeing what they go through and on a day to day basis, it's pretty humbling. I'm very blessed and grateful, and to see to help them out a little bit, it's huge.
No, that's amazing too. When I go to like virtual is fun, but yeah, like you said, when you're there live and you see the families and the individuals fighting the disease, it's kind of brings a tear to many of our eyes.
Yeah.
What what's one moment or one most memorable moment that stands out through all your work so far with awareness that you might be able to share?
Um, what actually, like I said earlier, and it's not a Parkinson's one. It's actually a MS one.
Mhm.
But I think it can relate to the people with Parkinson's as well. As we have a 37-year-old MS warrior, we call her Noelle. She's had it since she was 17, so 20 years. She's actually the one that approached me about taking on people with MS, and I was like, yeah, let's do it. They have the same kind of symptoms. It's a neurological disease, so we took her on. But finding out more about her after, and she was like, hey, after boxing, she went from a walker to walking with a cane. and now she can walk unassisted a little bit. So, and she got like 8 seconds faster in her time walk with her doctors. And she, a lot of the stuff she learned in boxing, her balance and footwork and stuff like that, she transitioned into day to day life. So I think, and she, she pretty much said like, hey, because of you, I can be a mom again, or, I can cut vegetables for my kids and stuff like that. So that stuff, being a dad and, and just being a human in general, to hear someone like that, that's kind of been as far as awareness, like, bring, because I didn't know when we started this how it was going to go or how it was going to work or
Yeah.
what kind of like what it would lead to and what it would kind of the awareness that it would bring out and help other people.
That's beautiful. And also, I think you might know, but we just released our new book and you're in it.
Yeah,
Uh, that's when you mentioned the other MS and other diseases also. To me, it's important to bring other voices and journeys out. We've covered now also dementia, Alzheimer's, ALS. I want to cure for everything. Unfortunately,
yeah,
Parkinson's hit us the most, but we came up with this book idea because I wanted to highlight other individuals and to me, again, Punch for Parkinson's is one of the most beautiful organizations out there. So if everyone has time, again, feel free to visit the Together for Sharon, click books, and you can actually now get a copy, plus also read a lot more in detail too with Ryan and all that he does. Next area was, this is a tougher question, and you're the spokesperson. I know you don't like speaking and you're getting used to it, but I think you're doing great. But who
yeah.
helped you during times of struggle? I was a caregiver, and what tips can you give those listening to caregivers listening? The reason I bring this up is, again, you're kind of the face of Punch for Parkinson, but I'm always curious who's kind of behind the scenes, and we send our thanks and love to your family and to everyone on the staff and everyone out there, the fighters, those battling. But is there anyone you wanted to kind of shout out or thank behind the scenes?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think obviously like my wife's a huge supporter, helps me out. There's some like there's not dark times, but there's some tough times, and she helps me get through it. And my kids actually love going to all the events, and they love meeting with the people with Parkinson's and MS, and they love getting involved with the events. And I think bringing them around it is kind of important to show them, like, and maybe they carry it on. I hope just to they giving back at a young age, and I wish I gave back at an earlier age. It took me 36, 37 years to kind of find this passion, but here I am, and hopefully I can do a lot in a short time. That's my biggest thing, and bring my kids around it and get them involved, and it shows them a lot of stuff that they can do and help out and be better people.
Well, again, thank them for us, and we send our love and support because I know that they help make you even stronger. I know my wife here too is the same. So hopefully they'll all get to meet too in Miami.
It's
Uh,
people like you, like people
thanks.
all around us. We're all a team, and we're all in this, one fight, one punch. That's all we can do is try to knock this thing out.
I agree.
Support each other.
Who's your inspiration, a hero?
Ah, man. You know what? I listen to a lot of Denzel Washington. I think
Love
he's a great speaker, and just listening to some of his aspects and spins on things is, obviously my dad, is probably my biggest hero. Like everyone, I lost him at a young age. He was a boxer, and he really didn't let me box. That was the family business. I found my way in it through other ways, through Parkinson's, but and I fought in our first fight night just to put myself through. I don't expect asking these fighters to do something I don't do. So, putting myself through that was huge. And my dad, he didn't let me box because my uncle had Parkinson's when I was, 5 years old. So I think he's a hero, and Denzel and his words of wisdom. And sometimes I just listen to some of his stuff in my car ride, and
it.
it makes everything better.
Well, today we'll dedicate in memory of your dad, and also Denzel is my favorite. But the movie The Hurricane, I recommend for everyone out there because I'm a cop,
Oh
and between the
yeah,
police, boxing, and the law, it's like what a great movie. I used to play that for my students when I was teaching.
yeah.
Just incredible.
I might have to watch that next time I'm at the firehouse.
Just no, I appreciate it. And just a few more because I know you have to get back to promoting, and I'm going to be also doing the same. Remember, everyone, Miami. It's not that far from today. It's on October 12th, the Hilton. Beautiful place. Been there before, and you're not going to be upset. You might if you don't show up, but you need to come. You should try in the future, maybe have a virtual, but I think it's going to be incredible. I'll be definitely filming a little and sharing it around the world.
Yeah, yeah, we did streaming before, but we like to get the butts in the seats, I say. Get people out and bring them, the streaming's great, and I think we'll get there once we start selling out, but
Yeah.
I like to get the butts in the seats and supporting us and buying raffle tickets and auction items and stuff like that. So we get a lot of cool auction items. Tickets start at $52, so not that expensive. Come out, have a good night, and support our warriors and support our fighters.
No, that's amazing. I'm excited. If you were asked to write a script to a movie about your life story, what would you call it?
Whew, that's a tough one. I've had such a being in the Coast Guard, being in the fire department, and just doing this stuff. Um, probably the uh, the life of Ryan Roach, I guess. I don't know the humbling life of Ryan Roach.
Love
I'm
it.
kind of boring, or the boring
I,
life of Ryan Roach.
I think you're exciting, so I'll have to keep in
Yeah,
mind. I'm gonna text each day now. Just kidding.
yeah,
Not
that's a tough one
finally.
though.
Yeah. The last
My
question.
journey, my story.
I love it. So if you could leave the Parkinson's community today with some words of encouragement, what would they be?
Yeah, I mean, the one thing it's tough for us to get people into the gyms, especially me being on the fire department. Like I've said a couple times, there's a lot of firefighters getting diagnosed earlier because of being in law enforcement, where first responders are exposed to things at early ages in their career, maybe chemicals or whatever it may be in a short period of time, and those chronic exposures can lead to diseases like Parkinson's. So I've had a lot of young people with Parkinson's on the fire department, and trying to get them into the boxing gym is tough. But usually I use the daughters to talk their fathers into it, because I know my daughter can talk me into anything. So, I think that just get out there, get to stay active. Don't sit around on the couch. Don't let Parkinson's beat you. Just keep punching. That's one of my big things. You know, I know every day is a battle, but just get out there and keep punching, and do your best every single day. That's all you can really do.
Well, I really appreciate your time and friendship, of course. I'm excited because I need that. The main reason I'm going, obviously, is to support you, but I need a picture together. So
Yeah.
it's
No,
exciting. But I just had a little message for you and everyone listening. We love you. We support you. We care a lot about you, and you're never alone. I, along with Ryan and Punch for Parkinson's, will advocate for you. And together, I feel our voices are so much stronger. And I always say I'm just getting started because I remember over a year ago when I saw you for the first time. And there are some tough days I have, my health and life and missing my mom. And then I see what you're doing, and you just truly inspire me as a person, as a man, and as a friend. It's just incredible. That's why I was so excited again to have you on today, because the only thing that breaks my heart today is either the journey that I don't know of, or that knowing that you're out there, knowing about Punch of Parkinson's, and kind of feeling that the whole world needs to also know. So till we raise like 20 million, I'm not going to stop fighting on your behalf. And, I'm excited for the first time I can say to meet you very soon. And everybody listening, just want to thank you. Please support Ryan. Please go to punchforparkinson.org. You click on events, you can get tickets. They're very reasonable, like Ryan said, and you'll be able to meet me too, which is
yeah.
now they might not come. Just kidding, but
Uh,
that'll be a lot of
I'll
fun.
get a picture with both of us.
Yeah, that would be amazing. So anyway, again, thanks so much. I know and thanks for your service too. The
Yeah,
things you do for the community beyond just the Punch for Parkinson's is incredible. We just unfortunately, thought and remember 9/11 as a New Yorker
yeah,
changed everyone's life. And I have a story for you someday about the fire department, but let's just say I ended up in policing because I went to a brush fire in the fire academy, and I didn't know I'm allergic to smoke, and my
yeah,
whole face blew up. I ended up in the emergency room, but I always got to jump in. You got to see and try things if they're not for you. That's
yeah, yeah.
so, anyway, but
Exactly.
hopefully we'll be able to do this again, and I'll definitely
Yeah.
be.
Hopefully next time we,
Okay.
we get some more time together. And I appreciate you and all your work and helping us out.
I appreciate it. Well, thank you, Ryan, and thanks everyone for listening. Remember, please share this. Please support him, Ryan, and Punch for Parkinson. I think it's not just unique, but incredibly challenging, but amazing. And I know I'm going to definitely get involved even more. Thanks to Ryan and his efforts and his family and the whole entire organization. Thanks again. We'll see you soon, everyone. Thanks.
Thank you. Truly appreciate it.